My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is November 27, 2023. It is 1:25 a.m. This is video number 2. So, okay, let's do this for the sake of this video. 3,562 subscribers, new subscribers. Welcome. My analytic. Okay, there's this here, $291.90. Not much views during the holiday. Okay, views in the last 48 hours, 1,771 views, and subscribers remain the same. All right, so let's go on Twitter. All right, so on my last video 1, I said I was gonna start with this. This is regarding Omid book. Okay, so let's start with Omid's tweet. They won't quote the parts that are critical of their own coverage, so it's easier to just make up things that aren't even in the book. Alright, so let's see here. So he retweeted that, and then what happened here, he closed off his comment section. So which means like some of the comments that I would have been reading underneath here, it's not there. But people could retweet them and write their own whatever it is. Okay, so I come across some of the squads. So there's about 217 retweets, quotes. So I have some of them, okay, from the squad. So let's see what he's talking about here. Okay, there is also always a focus on what Kate is wearing, her clothes, her jewelry, her shoes, her hairstyle, to such an extent that often what she says and does is usually an afterthought compared to other royals. Mainstream coverage of Kate and the British papers is overwhelmingly positive, often bordering on infantilizing the princess, with articles marveling at her ability to perform the simplest of tasks. Oh my God. Her ability to perform the simplest of tasks. Think enthusiastic reporting about kicking a soccer ball or flipping a pancake. Oh, how could we forget that? Or how amazing it is that she can assume the perfect princess pose and photographs. Admittedly, Kate has rarely put a foot down wrong in public, but in the instances where criticism would be fair, such as carrying out fewer engagements than other senior royals, or the fact that she has had 5 different private secretaries in 6 years. All right, that I think I have something on that, and some old tweets. I remember mentioning this. Someone had left. Okay. So 5 different private secretaries in 6 years. One, I'm told, simply found the role uninspiring and frustrating. You'll be unlikely to read about it in any British newspaper. So that's what Omid wrote, and I'm assuming in his book. What is it? Endgame. Okay, so that's probably from his book. Okay, and this is the Telegraph here. Omid Scobie, co-author of Finding Freedom on the Sussexes, unleashes a volley of attacks on Prince William and his wife in his latest book. Read more. So there's that here. So he put the part from his book here. Okay, so this is what he was talking about. She can do the simplest task. I mean, we see, including the pancake. We've seen it. She can even flip the pancake. We've seen that. Where is the lie here? We've seen videos of that. He's talking about it. He's not lying. You guys could go back. I don't know which videos I have it. Okay, could be the pancake part. I'm not sure if you'll find it here. If it was last year, you will not find it on this channel. Probably on Pure YTE. This is something I need to go back. Alright, Princess of Wales is too scared to do anything other than photo apps. New Omid Scobie's book claim. Alright, I just read the part here. Okay, you doing okay? Good luck with the launch. Okay, who's that? Catherine Meyer. How come she's the only one who could post it? Okay. Meyer of London, author, co-founder. Okay, there's all these hashtag here. Okay, so let's go into that. What some people are saying. I will not go into that again because there's a lot of retweets. Okay, so let's read some of the comments here. Okay, Kate Middleton is a grown woman, 20 plus years around the royal family and over 10 years as Duchess. She also went to university. How can a grown woman be mute all the time? What was it that other video that I have of this presenter was saying why she's so popular is because she's mute.
One of the reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned mute woman.
Okay, it's not secret, people. It's not secret. We talk about it. It's just that the squad keep receipt. I don't know if the UK have ever been paying attention to this kind of thing to go back to, but the squad knows about that. Okay, how did I know? I didn't care about these things before, but hey, they after Meghan, so we have to keep receipt on them. Okay, let's see here. A grown woman be mute all the time and scared of what? Never heard of taking lessons, acceptable mediocrity, and white people astounding. Okay, there's that here. I mean, she's been called lazy and Duchess Doolittle before. There's the laugh here. See, there's the thing here. There's no lie here. Yikes, Kate Middleton called lazy by Queen, nicknames her Duchess of Doolittle. It's just that the thing is that the people in the UK, the other royal vats, okay, they're not as brilliant, as smart as Omid is. It's almost the same thing that he did with Fighting Freedom. The same thing that's been on the paper. He just gathered them together and pretty much spit everything out in a way. But the thing what they try to, where the palace threw Omid a curveball, is when Meghan was there. Okay, he did his homework. He meaning Omid. He did his homework. He had question. He sent his question to Meghan. Okay, there's email that really backed these things up, where Meghan sent Jason Kunoff an email asking Jason Kunoff, does he have time to meet to discuss Omid's book, which was at that time, no names, the title of the book was not out, which was Fighting Freedom. So, and then now after the book is out, Meghan's lawyer is saying there's some inaccuracies in the book, okay, which any well-minded people will stop and think, okay, Meghan had sued the papers, right? While suing the paper, someone, Jason Kunoff, who was close to Meghan, close in terms of working for her. That's what I mean by close, okay? Not friend or whatever, working for her. Now, out of the blue, Meghan's lawyer did not ask Jason Kunoff to come and testify. Meghan did not ask Jason Kunoff to come and testify. None of that. But he took it upon himself and said he's gonna testify against, okay, not for someone he was working for, against Meghan in court. Now, when Meghan's lawyer is saying there is some inaccuracies in the book, you put one and one together. Omid sent Meghan, okay, I'm assuming, Meghan some question, and Meghan probably did respond to it and gave the response to Jason Kunoff. Now, this middleman guy, okay, probably have done something. Maybe the reason, in my humble opinion, he insert himself into something that has absolutely nothing to him. Okay, the lawsuit was between Meghan and the paper. Now, why would he insert himself? That's because he wants to control the narrative. What happened between the books? Okay, between Meghan and Omid. Alright, so in one video I have said that if we want to get to the bottom of this with finding freedom. Why was there inaccuracies in there? I'm not blaming Omid on that. I can't blame him on that, knowing what I know. Okay, so it must be something that Jason gave him that was not what Meghan had given Jason. Okay, so if we need to get to the bottom of this, all parties need to sit down. Omid, Jason, Meghan, why the inaccuracies in the book? Okay, if we need to get to the bottom of that. So Omid is not making things up. Okay, we've seen here. There's the squad putting receipt here. This is not the first time they're calling her that. Okay, if she had the mindset to put a stop to it the moment this came out and said no, or whoever's telling her to be mute at the palace, and then they go in and write this, it's all on them. But the truth is right there. All right, Life and Style saying, yikes, Kate Middleton called lazy by the Queen, nicknames her Duchess of Doolittle. So where is the lie here from, Omid? That was back in 2015, before Meghan met Harry. There's this here. Okay, what do you do? Queen wants Kate Middleton to get charity job to counterclaim she is work shy. There it is again. Back in 2008, Meghan was nowhere near, okay, the institution. So she was flying high. Everything was good. Okay, there's that. Kate is mediocre. Thumbs down. No lies detected. So that's the thing that I read. Okay, mouthpiece for wash up actor. You could say everything you want, but the truth is the truth. Okay, when they call her wash up actor, the bills was being paid. She was there for 7 years. The reason that she quit is because she was getting married.
And Meghan, given your acting and the profile you had, you'd already been involved in various causes. You've been an ambassador for UN Women. What about this new role? I mean, you're going to have a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it?
I mean, I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me, I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate, I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. And at the same time, I think in these beginning few months and now being boots on the ground in the UK, I'm excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella. And also being able to go around to the Commonwealth. I think it's just the beginning of a...
There's a lot to do.
Really?
There's a lot to do.
And it's an immense change. You're getting a new country out of it, a husband, obviously, but also giving up your
nice,
career.
This is nice. Yes. But I don't see it as giving anything up. I just see it as a change.
It's a new challenge.
It's a new chapter, right? And also keep in mind, I've been working on my show for 7 years. So we were very, very fortunate to be able to have that sort of longevity on a series. And for me, once we hit the 100 episode marker, I thought, you know what, I have ticked this box, and I feel really proud of the work I've done there. And now it's time to, as you said, work as a team with you. Yeah.
But do you have that sense of responsibility, Prince Harry, for what you're asking Meghan to do?
And if we know the nonsense that the institution getting involved, she didn't even marry Harry yet, getting involved in her private things that was making her pay the bills, getting into script. What the fuck? Why will they get involved on suit? Why will they want to change certain things? Okay, because they were trying to narrate something, okay, about her, and then she left. Okay, so they could say whatever they want, wash up or whatever, but the royal family, once they want publicity, they want to get close to actors, to people who's already made it on their own, athletes and all of that. Okay, so you could say whatever you want. Okay, let's finish with that BS. Who then get her own way inside the royal family? Nope, it's not that. She left it and said, F this. Alright, her mental well-being is better at that. She was doing very well for these people. These are the mouthpiece. I'll come into that. Okay, and even more terrified to put the okay, and Okay. That's Prince William parody thing. You guys could read this yourself. I'm not gonna read it. Okay, and where's the lie? Kate got praised for pouring cereal once. Oh, really? Alright, so that's an ad. I say I'm gonna go into that. Let's see what the people are saying here. Okay, liar, bullying trolls, abuser, go address the voices in your head making you hear things. Despicable thing, jealous hater, vile bigot. Okay, so there's all of the words here. Why royal? There's that. Stay in your boring lane. Tissue. Alright, so these are like childish talk here. You could read it while I search for that other. Oh, what happened here? Okay, I thought I lost it. Alright, so that's the beginning of talking about the end game. Let's go to the next tweet. And it's focusing on the end game. Remember, Omid blacked the comment. People have to tweet out. Okay, so these are some of them that I came across. Okay, I just finished the first 100 pages of Endgame and have to force myself to stop reading. Omid not holding anything back. The book is not light reading, but is very interesting and asks some of the questions that others in the media should have asked. Joe, are you doing an audiobook? Okay, no, I'm reading. I think Kaiser said something like this. I honestly can't wait to read it. Okay, girl, you are hyping me up for purchasing. Keep spilling. Okay, thanks for the feedback. Already ordered and can't wait for the Kindle version to arrive. So there's that. Oh, I can't wait 2 more days before I get mine. Finally, someone reading it instead of exploding their head over blurbs, possibly taking out of context. My timeline has looked very deranged over this book. I mean, they're preventing people from buying it. If it was them who's writing their lies, the other royal rats, they'll be hyping it up, but the truth is coming out. They don't want people to read it. Okay, now this type of feedback I was hoping for. Looking forward to getting my own copy on Tuesday. Okay, the lying co-op UK tabloid media don't ask questions. Instead, they just make things up. Not sure actually investigative journalists even exist in the UK anymore. Byline does. Okay, let me see if somebody mentioned it. Okay, I don't think they exist other than those working for you see, there it is, other working for Byline. When I was in college, I remember hearing 92% to 93% of the British press are mere tabloids and feeling so disappointed about that fact. Okay, all right, you are correct. Byline Times are real journalists. Okay, so you see, I'm not the only one who see that. So let's read some few and then that's it. All right, whatever's there. Oh, I can't wait tomorrow. Okay, I read this. Now this type of feedback, I read that as well. All right, The Lion UK. My copy is arriving on Tuesday. I can't wait to start reading. I have turned out all the debate about the book. The release of Spare taught me enough. Okay, Endgame. Thanks for the feedback. Looking forward to reading it. Don't tell me you got the copy yet. I was in Indigo Bookshop at Eaton Center yesterday. No luck. Can't wait. Alright, so like this, you probably will not see it in the UK as much in bookstores. They'll make sure not to let people read it or probably hide it. Because what is it from Byline? I came across a tweet where they went different places to buy the newspaper. They can't find it, but one of them tweeted about it, that it was hiding behind other things, so she took it out and put it forward so other people could see it. All right, so next tweet. Okay, this tweet aged well. Endgame, Omid Scobie. Let's see here. So there's Peter Hunt. All right, Kate is looking for her 4th private secretary in 5 years. No question asked. Okay, I remember talking about this as well. I shared his tweet before. Okay, so it was around December 22. So I will say on PYTE. Okay, go on PYTE, and one of those tweet videos, I probably have it. I did share it. All right, so there's that. There's Anna Pasternak. Scobie point out that Kate has had several rounds of elocution lessons and now sound posher than her husband, and he waspishly writes out that you'll be unlikely to read in any British newspaper that Kate has had 5 different private secretaries in 6 years, adding that one found the role uninspiring and frustrating. Alright, so there's the squad bringing other receipt. It's not just Omid is saying that. Peter Hunt, I believe he is, what is he the one? There's 2 of them. that I follow is he used to be a professor of journalist, and he occasionally talk about these things. Okay, Kate is looking for her 4th private secretary in 5 years, no question asked. Okay, so there's that. And I believe there was an ad that was put out. Okay, if she's looking for a new secretary, maybe she should try the dead. There are plenty of ghosts and those old castles just floating around. It won't cost her a cent. Okay, now I see why Scobie is not naming names, not only for the UK whistleblowers laws. This could only come from someone who's allegedly works or worked for KP. No doubt KP has launched a mole hunt right now. Okay, oh my goodness. Scobie went there with her trying to sound posher than the queen. I posted this only a few days ago. She sounds so ridiculous. It's always projection to hide what's happening with others. There's that. Oh, so not only is a certain someone uninspiring and frustrating to work for and has a revolting door of private secretaries, the same someone also prioritizes receiving elocution lessons so she can mumble partially over actual public speaking lessons. There's that. Okay. They probably can understand her mumbling. Alright. Okay, so that's an ad. Let's go to the next one. Alright, it's still about the Endgame. Okay, so that's another retweet. Is that the same thing? Yep, that's the same thing. Alright, never mind. Yeah, that's the same thing. I put it twice. Next tweet. Endgame. It's November 2023 and the royal family is still so terrified of Prince William's affair with Rose Henbury that they are calling editors to change up any paragraphs that mention the story. Thou thus protest too much me thanks. Alright, so let's see here. So I'm telling you, the squad keep receipts. So they have the old version and then the edited version. Let's see here. Inside the Wells relationship with UK press. Through the lens of 2 separate incidents in 2019, Scobie provides insight into the UK media's alleged relationship with the Princess of Wales. He alleges that the Sun withheld details about the extent of then Duchess of Cambridge, Kate's alleged falling out with the Marchioness of Cholmondeley in 2019. Citing a former editor, Mr. Scobie writes that the newspaper published a steady stream of Harry and Meghan story instead. Okay, so there's the thing here. For this one, I will say to also back up, that is what Omid said, that the video of that lady saying the PR office at the royal family is to, you know, to pop up the royal family. So that's what came to mind as I read this.
The press and the media.
That's
and as
true.
they say at the start of episode 1, they say so many books and shows and stories have been written about us. We wanted to have our own say. And remember, the purpose of the PR office at the royal family is to keep the royals in the press all the time. So you have to remember, when I work in newsrooms, it's a fact that every anti-Harry and Meghan story comes from Kensington Palace.
But why haven't...
And if it comes from Kensington Palace,
Right.
why are they briefing against their own grand...
Well,
They always throwing Harry and Meghan under the bus. So this is the new version, the edited version here. Through the lens of a number of incidents in 2019, Scobie provides an analysis of the UK media's relationship with the Prince and Princess of Wales. Prince Harry has previously claimed stories about his wife. Oh, so now they put Prince Harry? His wife were leaked to the British press, calling it a dirty game in the couple's 2022 Netflix docuseries. Harry said negative news coverage about Meghan helped steer unwanted media attention away from other members of the royal family. Still the same thing, but here, they removed this here. What? This is why, I mean, the UK is good at that. After they do their mess, all right, they do the how will I say that, the mentality of colonialism. They do their mess, they enjoy making the mess, but when people open their eyes to see the mess that they were doing, they quickly went back and erase, all right, clean up an aisle, whatever. So that's what it is here. They remove Omid part here. I'm telling you, the squad are good to know to go back to this. All right, so let's read some of the comments here. They're not going to sue, as I am sure they don't want to go to the Discovery and have all the pegsters business out in the street. That's another good point here. Prince William used to send lawyers whenever anyone suggested he bullied his brother or planted negative stories in the press. That effort became pointless, everyone knows, and he stopped. Eventually, the dam will also break on this affair story and denials will be useless. I don't know. Why can't he just face it? Why can't he just face it? Alright, I knew the book is going to cause upset when the Tory graph started saying that they could sue for some one of the thing in the book. We know Billy the Bully like to send legal letters to shut down stories he doesn't like. I mean, if the story is true, like the Jodiva says here, they're not gonna sue, because if they don't want the story to come out, if it goes to the court system, and Omid has money to defend himself, so he could prove his case. Alright, taking out super injunctions help with that. Well, the world knows, including Kate, Rose is willfully's favorite. There's a laugh, just like Homila's tampon, king favorite, like pa, like son. Exactly. Alright, so this is extra here. 2013, Dominic West and Prince Harry united for a good cause, and when they trekked to the South Pole to raise money for charity, working with the wounded, Dominic has credited Harry with raising morals when times get hard, telling the Telegraph. So there's that here. Alright, so I'll come back to that. Well, I cover it here, so that's that. It's just extra, it popped up. Let's retweet it so it will be on my thing here. There's other thing here that's extra. The Sussexes are trending again. For them to be so irrelevant, they should do trend a lot. There's that here. I'll come back to this for another time, maybe later today. My husband is gonna be in the office, so I'll have the computer to myself. I probably will slow down a little bit tomorrow or go to the gym. Sidetracked. Next tweet. Okay, I knew it. Only 6 pages into the chapter 9, and any empathy I had for Harry's brother is gone. Endgame. Alright, so she's reading the book and then she's tweeting about it. I haven't had any empathy for him since 2016. Any empathy I had for him was replaced with indifference after watching some of his interviews with Harry, and indifference changed to dislike in 2020 when I realized that most of what was happening to Harry, and especially Meghan, was coming from KP. Right, so there's that here, girl. My copy hit on Tuesday, and let me say this: if you hold a space to talk about this book, I'm there, because the snippet people have been dropping have me ready. Alright, so there's that. Let's see if she responded to that. Okay, I'm going to be up in midnight Eastern on Audible. Sam, there's the laugh here. Okay, so that's an ad. Let's go to the next. Oh no, let's continue with some of the comment. I went on that. Okay, I want you to understand that I'm neither jealous nor deeply envious that you got your copy before me. Narrator, ignore this incredibly bitter but always fabulous diva. I'm telling you, the squad or something. So in other words, she's jealous of Jodiva that got the book. She's jealous, and all the words that mean the same thing. Her copy won't be delivered until November 29. Right, Spell told me all I need to know about that loser, and to think Harry says he left out a lot more. Okay, never had any. Reading the spare was enough for me to know that Baldilox is a miserable prick. Alright, now Joe, you didn't have empathy for Voldemort. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. I have 2 more from oh no, maybe I'm done with the Endgame. Okay, I'm moving with that pretty good. The Endgame, I have 2 more on this. Okay, so there's this here. Did I cover that? Okay, so that's another part of it as well. Where is the lie here? This woman has been coddled and infantilized her whole royal life, that when she gave her biggest ever speech at 41 years old, everyone cheered as if she were 2 and learned how to speak for the first time. The bar is underground with this one. There's the laugh here. Kate Middleton delivers biggest speech ever as blueprint for. My goodness. All right, so I went to this already. Omid had tweeted that. Okay, Princess of Wales is too scared to do anything other than photo app new Omid's book claim. Okay, let's read some of the comments here. We have to watch this in the workplace time and time again as we do the heavy lifting. This is not new, it's just work scale acknowledgement. Okay, she gets treated like a toddler. Okay, every little thing she does is giving a huge celebration, like when a baby uses the toilet successfully for the first time. Wow, amazing. Good job. You're such a big girl now, Kate. All right, let's read some of this here. Regurgitating the words used by Americans in the 1980s when they were advocating for similar cause. And now we understand what they meant by taking American by storm. There's that here. It's beyond embarrassing and an insult to intelligent women. All right, there's some extra here. Thanks to her whiteness doing the heavy lifting for her mediocre ass. That's another way of putting it. Okay, the coverage of Kate's totally psychopathic as Princess of Wales, Diana made an impact and eating disorders, landmine, AIDS, etc. Kate does and says very little, but sanctified for it. She's 41 and get her behind kisses for wearing green at Wimbledon and getting out a helicopter and heels. I don't know. Okay, the speech already happened. I thought we were still leading up to it. Damn, must have been a shit speech. No quoting of it or anything. Alright, so there's Princess Diana here. Diana is as relevant today as she was when she was alive. The royal family have become irrelevant, and that's the problem. Their problem. That's for sure. Alright, that's a good one here. This is extra. Let's see. Let's go into that. And then I'll go to the next tweet. Let's retweet that, and which is true. Okay, there is something wrong with someone who uses the memory of a dead person to remain relevant. What? Something is wrong? She did something right. My goodness, how many dead people we've talked about their work? Martin Luther King, we still celebrate him. Okay, but how many other people we celebrate? Okay, I don't think they use her. I think they rather her name was never uttered again. That's another thing. No, it's the original. No, it's okay. I cannot see this. Pull the other one. Okay. Move on with your life. Okay, thanks for getting in touch, Petra. Now go and bother someone else. Okay. Get a grip, Paul. There's a reason you have no followers. But anyway, I'm telling you, whenever they mention Princess Diana, they want to make sure people don't talk about it. I mean, when you think about, these are the bots they probably pay. Look at this. There's some I've already blocked. I don't even know who they are. I don't even want to read it. But there is something fundamentally wrong with these people over there. Princess Diana was innocent, purely innocent, and they destroy her life. Literally destroy her life. Charles was in love with that Homila that he is with right now. And then they picked Princess Diana because they felt, I have a video about that. There was an article that I was reading about that. They decided to pick Princess Diana because she was young. They thought she was naive and they could take advantage of her. They could manipulate her while Charles and Camilla do their thing. But the thing is that they didn't think she had a fighting spirit within her. That was their biggest mistake for underestimating her. And then to take her out of her private life and put her on that stage to be humiliated like that. This is the thing that's gonna kill the institution. Princess Diana is still as relevant, like this one said here. Diana is as relevant today as she was when she was alive. Okay, this is the thing. This was their biggest mistake with Diana. Okay, and now they manipulate one of her son. Well, they were trying to do both of them, but one stayed quiet, and then now he's unleashing. Okay, this is what I mean by the mistake that they made of Diana. Okay, one of her son is fighting for her namesake, and then what they put him to. Okay, so that's that. Let's leave this alone. I mean, this institution is evil. Took her out of her private life and then to humiliate her like that, and then they kill her. They kill her. After everything we've seen, they killed her. All right, next tweet. Okay, it is an attack to tell the truth. Okay, so she retweeted another squaddy. Okay, when Meghan Markle went into the British royal family and launched successful community outreach and grassroots projects and completed successful tours and gave uplifting and meaningful speeches, the British royal family and the media tore her to pieces for being competent. Now look. I'm telling you, I love Carmen. I love her energy on Twitter. She's as honest as it is. She talk about a lot of things privately, you name it. But that's the truth here. Alright, that's the thing, is being retweeted again. Alright, so let me read Jodiva's comments here, some of the squad who respond to it, and then I'll go into Carmen granddaughter's tweet to see what other squad are saying, because that's a squaddy. It's a diversion tactic. They know that the word Sussexes attached to their white princess will attract the trolls to rescue the lazy bone without inquiring on the full context. Exactly. Look at the picture of her that they are using. Seems that way. That's an ad. Okay, I have changed my mind. I'm buying Omid's book. Okay, for that family, yes. Nah. I'm gonna need someone on Team Katie to tell me what exactly has she accomplished since being married to Willie. They could never actually say, like, I need an answer. Alright, so let's go into comment one here. Alright, I read that. So there's some of the comment. Okay, gave uplifting and meaningful speeches, but she said she was silenced. Surely she didn't lie about that. Who? Making reference to Meghan? I'll go into that later. Okay, Omi is going to make a Mumbles smoke a whole package of Marlboros in less than an hour and lull herself to sleep on 10 GNT and Zenwax if this is what the book really contains. Alright, so there's that. Okay, a lie does not last forever. So let's see here. Dan Wooten is working on throwing me under the bus. I just want people to know before all goes down. Okay, so what's that? Meghan's more. Okay, Dan Wooten is Martin Brenning and also Maria Joseph. He is guilty of all accused, and we the people he paid to lynch Meghan Markle won't take the blame for it. Okay, these are the people, I don't know. Alright, so let's see here. That is the truth. Imagine anytime she goes out, the staff or aide don't allow the press to ask her question and speak openly because Kate will mumble with her sentences. A graduate that can't make a full sentences on her own without looking at secretary's note and her hands. What was it when what was it, G7 or G something that happened in the UK? First Lady Jill Biden made meeting to meet with her to talk about certain issues. They sat by a round table. They had people on the screen to talk important things. As soon as First Lady, she came with a binder to talk about different topic, they cut the thing really short. And then when they told Kate to speak, I could barely understand what she was talking about.
It's also had a positive effect in that I think teachers are now working more closely with parents because that relationship had to open up, right? Because there were so many areas where teachers were helping parents and parents were helping teachers. And so it's just such a fascinating discussion, but I think we're moving in the right direction. And I also wanted to ask about food security. I had so many things that I wanted to ask about, but I guess I'll have to just come back.
Definitely will. Your Royal Highness, any closing reflections?
I'm the same. I could talk about it for a very long time, and it's so lovely to see so many familiar faces. But just to pick up on I suppose what's been discussed a bit about the importance of parenthood, and a bit about, I suppose, my own journey into looking into the importance of early childhood development, and just touching back on the conversations around supporting parents. I'm really interested about how could we best prepare the next generation to become parents themselves. So actually the focus isn't sort of on parenting itself, but actually how can we give them the tools so that they're having their babies and raising their children with these greater tools. And I think that's something that education all the way through the system, I think would be really, really powerful. But in terms of my own journey, yes, it's been about prevention, and I've really started looking into this work to see what we could do to help prevent some of today's tougher social challenges, whether that's addiction, poor mental health, violence and things like that in the home. And you know, I suppose I've heard time and time again from the likes of Eamon, from parents, from practitioners, alike, just how important the first 5 years of life are for future life outcomes. And I suppose in listening to everybody, I suppose that's why this was for me really important. That was, you know, to have this place where we can all come together, whether it's parents or neuroscientists or academics or those working with parents themselves, but just to really raise the importance of the first 5 years, because I really do feel the best investment for our future health and happiness lies in the first 5 years of life. But Ed, to your point, only by working, and I think Eamon, you referenced it too, only by working together in a holistic way are we going to be able to achieve that. You know, it is the healthcare, it is the education system, it is working to translate the science for the parents, to make it accessible and usable, and making sure parents' mental health is best supported and all those around children, raising the next generation today. But ultimately, my hope is that we change the way we think about early childhood, really for generations to come. And I'm committed to this for the long term. And I hope our two countries can keep sharing data, knowledge, and best practice for many years to come. But thank you for your interest today.
I'm sure we will. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your interest.
But look, thank you so much. And I have to say, on a personal level, about 4 years ago, we sat down at my school and we had a conversation about thinking about our pupils as the parents of tomorrow. And that was really transformative for us. What you just said really resonates. A huge thank you for your time. Thank you so much to colleagues. We hope that one day we might meet you in person. It feels like a long way off. And thank you so much, Dr. Biden, for joining us.
Thank you.
We look forward to this being the start of the conversation, and we're going to now move to some group photographs, I think.
And then I think that was was it the same time when they asked about if she met, no, that wasn't it. If she met Archie yet, I think. I'm not sure. Okay, let's read some more. And there's one I say I'm gonna go into to see what other people have said. She finally went to an event with more than just a purse in hand. She gifted 50 copies of a book. You know, the blueprint. There's that. Okay, this is known as karma. My bet she is too scared to do anything the firm hasn't set up and or sanctioned. That's another thing. I actually believe that part as well. But her biggest mistake is the minute she walked into the royal family, she let them walk all over her. So now it's hard to change. All right, she chased the guy for 10 years, and then the minute she married into the royal family, they mold her into whatever it is that the institution want. And there's a video I have on PYTE, and I raised that question, made the difference. Okay, that was before all of this, before Spare, before DocuSeries, before I'm not sure if Finding Freedom was out. I think Finding Freedom was already out. But I made the comparison between her and Meghan, and I was like, they got, when I mean they, the institution, the firm, they have what they wanted out of whatever the wives of William. So why are they copying Meghan? Okay, so go watch that. And I bought I went to Colonial Williamsburg in Virginia. There's something, a tour that I went, and for some reason I was able to record it. I don't know why. And that day that I made the video, not the recording part, but in my house, and I was making the comparison between Kate and Meghan, and I remember, I swear, I don't remember how I remember that, but I remember I had that tape, and it didn't take me long to find the exact tape that I was looking for, and I put it for you to share it with you. It's on PYTE. These kind of things, they were what is it, the difference between woman and lady. Okay, one don't work and the other one Or is it one doesn't work and one does something? I forgot how it went.
Just to play the organ, she's not expected to operate that pedal herself. It can be moved to the side and staff do that work for them. The legs don't work. That is distinctive of ladies versus women. Ladies do not work. Women do.
Alright, so the institution has what they want out of Kate. So, and Meghan was like, you know what? I'm not like that. I'm not gonna diminish myself for you guys when you don't even respect me. Believe me, Meghan gave up a lot, okay, to go help them over there. A lot. And they want her to forget about herself. Okay, she had, and the squad are very pissed about that. Tig, I wasn't aware of that. It's to the squad. I'm aware that she had Tig and she had IG. I didn't follow her on IG. I don't follow a lot of people. All right, but when I see they started bashing her, that's when I started, dig up into things. All right, so they wanted her to forget herself, Meghan, that is. Okay, the institution wanted Meghan to forget about herself, and then the institution wanted to script out, okay, to us, this is what Meghan is all about. And this is where the Meghan's fan came, was like, you're not gonna do that to her, because we've been interacting with her on social media, on this, on that. You're not gonna write your BS about her. All right, they even pay people. That was before everything what we know now about the institution and what's going on in the background. Okay, Simon Rex, they pay him to lie about Meghan, and this is where good character come about. Okay, he didn't know all of this were gonna come out later on. Okay, can you imagine the bashing Simon Rex would have had if he had done what the royal rats was offering him, okay, to do? Lie about Meghan. He's like, no, she's a good human being. I've worked with her. She's not that type. As much as he needed the money at that time, he said it. Okay, it's not like a lie. He said it. As much as he needed the money at that time, he's not gonna do it. Okay, so this is where people's character come about. When nobody was really paying attention to him at that time, he could have easily take the money and said a lie and move on with his life. Okay, but now if he had done it, it will come back and haunt him. Why did you lie? You know you didn't do this, you didn't do that. All right, so this kind of thing. All right, so that's this. Now I'm done with the book. I went over. I said I was gonna go into one more. What was it? Okay, give uplifting and meaningful speeches. Okay, so they're making reference to Meghan. Okay, I have a couple speeches where Meghan made. Okay, she wasn't even looking at anything, just based on her memory, because she was involved. She was involved on the process of the things, so it was easy for her to make the speech. All right, so I don't see the comment. Let's see here. Okay, giving speeches about causes is not the same about not being able to correct lies leaked by the royals, their aides, and vilified by the media and social media. You're either being disingenuous or your brain short-circuited. Okay, are you really that daft? Being silenced doesn't mean she is not able to talk at all. She was not allowed by the palace to speak up and correct the false stories on British media. Yeah, because they wanted to control the narrative. So there's the squad correcting the hair. Okay, both things can be true. You numpty. Yeah, they didn't want her to correct the thing because they want to take control. That's the thing here. The institution want control. That's the thing. They want control of things, and Meghan will not allow them to control her. All right, so that's that. All right, where am I now? Okay, I'm done with Omid's book. Now I'm into 6 more tweets regarding Meghan and Harry. All right, so maybe I'll have other videos later on, not today, maybe tomorrow or something, that will be discussing about the book. All right, there's that here. All right, when Hazza look every inch the military man he is, All Hail Captain Henry Wells. Okay, I believe there's a music. Let me see. Yeah, there's a music. So let's just watch it without the music. All right, so there he is here. I'm looking at William's leg. There's some, is it the right leg is a bit crooked. Something is not, I mean, it could, I'm not trying to make fun of him. Okay, it could happen to anybody. But just look at it. It's from the knee. I'll rewind it after you finish watch that. There's no comment. So after this, I'll go to the next one. This is oops. It's pretty much done. Two things here. Okay, watch this leg here as he go down the stairs. Okay, it's very short, but let me start all over. All right, so he's straight here, but this leg here, the right leg, it looks kind of weird. Maybe two things. He probably injured it. I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of him, but it's something I noticed on this video. Watch. You see? When he lifted, right there. Yeah. And then I was looking at, where is it? Right here. Edward's son. Him. I think he's another one we need to pay attention to. Okay, pay attention to him. I don't know why. Okay, I've been saying this for a very long time. There's something about him I can't pinpoint. He gives me the look of Anne's son as well. He's gonna have the same features as Anne's son, but too bad he's probably gonna lose his hair as well, because the Windsor's gene. Look at that, Edward's his father's hair. And Harry as well, William as well. Okay, so there's the next tweet. There was no comment. So while that family had Harry living like this, King Charles the Cruel was setting up trust funds with taxpayers' money for the side piece Rockwilder's children. There is a special kind of hell for people like Charles. William Parker Bowles and Camilla, the royal family, are disgusting. All right, so let's see here. Okay, am I seeing something here? So that, oh, I missed a whole bunch. Okay, so there's Harry's shoes. They fixed that couple times. Wow. Wow. He's worried a lot. How many times they fixed that? Put this. I've done this to my shoes before. Usually brand new shoes, I used to put those things because eventually these sides tend to mess up. But look at holes here. Wow. And there's the hole here. That's the same shoe. This is the first time I'm seeing this part here. This picture. I think that's the same shoes. Wow. Okay, tabloid stories about Prince Harry came from the royal family. Charles' history of selling Harry and Williams out to the tabloid was revealed. To see my brother's office copy, the very same thing that we promised the two of us will never do. That was heartbreaking. Yeah, they set Harry up. Yeah. But Charles, I mean, shouldn't parents be protective of their children? But him, he just threw them to the wolves. And then there's that saying, I don't know why I believe this, is that because he never have the love for Princess Diana, so anything that Princess Diana produced, there's no love there.
He clearly didn't want to be there, and it's easy to sit here now and say that's a fact, but when you were watching it, you know, it's like you could see his mum's boot print on the back of his jacket.
Are you in love? Lovely little question. Very typical question to ask people who just got engaged.
And I suppose in love.
Of course.
Whatever in love means.
Yes.
That she's been brave enough to take me on. And I suppose in love.
Of course.
Whatever in love means.
Yes.
I was brought up in the sense that, you know, when you got engaged with someone, you loved them. And the most extraordinary thing is we had this ghastly interview the day we announced our engagement, and this ridiculous ITN men said, "Are you in love?" So I thought, what a thick question. So I said, yes, of course we are, in the sort of fat, stern ranger that I was. And Charles turned around and said, what ever in love means. And that threw me completely.
I believe this is that because he never have the love for Princess Diana, so anything that Princess Diana produced, there's no love there. That's the way that I see it. Again, this is my opinion. I don't even think he has the same feeling for William as well. It's just for a product. Okay, William and Harry were product for the firm, and the firm do whatever. That's why he didn't really care. But Harry, obviously, human being. Okay, human. The minute you were born, you got out of your mother's womb. You individually, your parents, your mom is not helping you breathe. If you don't eat, okay, no matter how they force feed you, if you don't eat, you don't eat. You're no longer in your mother's womb. So Harry is a human being. He has feeling. He has aspiration. He has things. So the machine, the institution wants to control Harry. Harry was like, nope, you're not going to control me. He was willing to play along. But the minute, these are things I've repeated before, the minute the institution shifted, okay, from him to his wife, and then to his kid, that's when he put a foot down and said, look, I play along with you. Okay, I know you lie, you do your thing. I was willing to play along with you, even though it was killing me inside deeply. But you're not gonna pass this on to my wife, because the joyful person Meghan is, that Harry saw in Meghan, and he wanted that part of it. He said it in Spare, and I've said it before Spare came out. Okay, where he wanted to go on that journey with Meghan. I've said this way before Spare, that, you know, it's amazing sometimes the thing that I've said in some of my podcasts, and then later on to see how close I was with these things. I had to pat myself on the back on that one. Only people who've been listening to my podcast from Pure YTE, some of these from Pure YTE, you'll see I've said them. I mean, you could call me out on some of them. I'm not going to go back to watch them or listen to them. If you listen to them, you raise them. I like to read comments, so I probably will read the comments. But anyway, let's continue. Alright, so there's another one here from Evening Standard. Prince set up trust funds for Camilla's son and daughter. And meanwhile, his son is working with a hole in his shoe. That's sad. I mean, if he had common sense, you want people to see you at this, but you're not taking care of your children. I mean, my goodness. Okay, this is Shoe Game now. Okay, I love this for him. Okay, I'm curious if he bothered to set something up for Prince Archie and Princess Lily, King Charles the Cool. There's the question here. Not a chance, but the royal family is very much not a racist family, according to Workshire Willie. There's a rolling eye. Okay, I don't even want to imagine an alternative universe where something will happen to Harry, Meg, and Doria in New York, and Archie and Lily will live with Charles. Children will be abused daily by him. God is good. And look, I've raised this before. That same tweet. I didn't write this tweet, but I've raised this thing and some podcasts, and this is where I said they have to write something, okay, a will or something that says they should not go to the institution and put who should be the guardian of those children. God forbid. Okay, this is a fact. Things could easily happen. Look what happened in New York, like this person said. All right, they will be raised in the dungeon and fed the scrap that fell from the table. Let's see here, 5 comments here. They will be raised and okay, I just read that. They go to their godparents one day. I can imagine King Charles III will take them. He will take them. Okay, when he wants to be propped up to show the kids' face, flunk them to the tabloid and all of that, he will take them. But in the background, this is where we will be mostly concerned of the background, what we do not see. Okay, that's where the abuse will happen. Okay, God is good. God is good. Okay, these children are, fuck, let's block this. Alright. Alright, not correct. The children are habitual residents of California, so California and U.S. courts have jurisdiction. The parents, okay, the parents have a say, the will, and do all of this. Okay, Charles III will have to prove his fitness as a carer before the kids were handed to him. Meghan's trusted friends and nieces have a better chance to get custody because of their established relationship. Yeah, they will look into that, and all of the things that is raised that we're talking about. Yeah, these things will go to court. Oh, he better not come into the. God is good. Okay, we will not get to that point. This is why our prayer is very good for those, for the Sussexes and the children. We will not get to that point. Alright, next tweet. I post this on my community board already. The fact is that they wanted Prince Harry to have someone that was worse than Kate, so Prince William and Kate could shine. They wanted him to have scraps. They weren't prepared for Meghan to be a fist. She served them up and left them shaking. That is true. I love this picture. She looked feisty and sexy as hell as well. Okay, I cannot see this, and it's been documented. I think I responded to that, so I will go into that. Okay, let's open this. Okay, untrue, both Chelsea and Cressida are beautiful, intelligent, professional women. The issue with Meg is that she isn't team player. That's been shown on repeat. Alright, I responded to that.
It's fun, and also we're all in Toronto where we film the show, so we become a little family. So really, I think we all sort of lean on each other. I don't have to balance two beautiful little girls like Sarah does, but she does it so well, and like I think we all just manage to support each other with whatever comes up.
I'll give you an example. I was working till 4:30 in the morning on a Friday night, and my husband was traveling for business. And on Saturday morning at 7:30, right about 20 minutes after the kids woke up, my front doorbell rings, and it's Meghan with scones and Starbucks.
The issue with Meg is that she isn't team player.
And we turned on cartoons, and the girls were like, what is this amazing thing called a scone? And we let them eat them in bed and get crumbs everywhere. And it was just exactly what I needed, you know, off in Toronto, and really, really delirious morning to have my friend show up and save me.
How would I not do it? I mean, we're about to start filming season 4, and so I think, you know, we're just so grateful that people have responded so well to the show, that you know, if we're lucky enough to have 5, 6, 7 seasons, that these friendships that you see us develop on camera are really a reflection of how well we all get along off camera.
The issue with Meg is that she isn't team player.
And it's not just that cliche of, oh, we're friends with everyone, but you actually are. Yeah, we actually really like each other. And it's funny, like, I'm getting excited to go back. It's almost like going back to camp or like back to school night. So, yeah, more fun to be had.
Like I've said, these women that Harry have dated before, I have nothing against them. It's just that, how did I say it before? I said they were, like, I don't want to use certain word to make it seem that it's just a way for Harry's eyes to be open. All right, he learned from each one of them. All right, so like for instance, Harry spoke very fondly of Chelsea on Spare. It's just that the Harry's position, she will not be able to handle it. All right, and Harry knows that, and I mean, I don't know. You have to read Spare to see what he said about it. Look at this. Even now, the thing he mentioned on court document about with his lawsuit. All right, the things that happened between him and Chelsea that prevent the relationship from moving forward. So all of these, okay, it's the institution trying to control, okay, trying to control Harry, but the universe wanted Harry to be with someone stronger. It just needed Harry's eyes to be open. Okay, there's whatever, those women he dated. Okay, something happened here. Alright, so the next woman he's gonna date needs to be better at this, because they will not be able to handle certain things, the tabloid, the this, the that. So he learned from one, and then the next one probably was better in term. I'm not talking about personality, just dealing with the tabloid only. Okay, before I was afraid to talk about his exes because I don't have anything against them, but in this aspect only, I'm talking about the tabloid. Okay, when it comes to the tabloid, Okay, he dated one. Again, all these are my humble opinion. Harry could put something out completely and scratch everything that I'm saying. But in my perception, my humble opinion, due to the fact that the institution wants to control, okay? Meanwhile, the universe is saying something else. Okay, they already ruined one of the brothers, but the universe said, no, not this one. You're not gonna ruin that. So each person Harry was dating, okay, Harry is thinking, he pay attention to things around him, and he understand his position and said, I want a woman who will be able to help me with this. Okay, so he find a woman who was willing to date him. That's the first step. Date him, meet with him, and then while they were dating, things was going on. Something happened, and realized, then this will not continue. So now, whatever he learned from that woman, due to the tabloid interference, and said the next woman that I did should be able to handle whatever the first one wasn't able to handle. Okay, that happened. Then something else arrived, and that person couldn't handle it. Now there's another one that Harry's looking and say, okay, the next woman that I date should be able to handle this and that, whatever that didn't go well from previous relationship due to the tabloid only. Okay, I'm not talking that personal thing here. The tabloid, that they can't deal with the tabloid, right? So now come Meghan, and out of nowhere, the universe made him see Meghan through a screen where he didn't really see Meghan's full face or whatever. And then the minute he met her and said he gotta up his game, and we know the whole story now. Okay, that become the mother of his children. Okay, so Meghan, like he said, Meghan is the list. Meghan is the list. So Meghan was able to handle it. And look at again, to somewhat strengthen my opinion, would the other women that Harry dated be able, even though it was hard, I'm not saying it was easy, be able to take on the tabloid and the court? Everybody who faces the tabloid, they back off. But Meghan went all the way through. All the way through. I do not even want to imagine beyond what we already know. The headache, the agony that she went through, and then to have all the people around her against her, with the exception of Harry, who was supporting her. Okay, people working for her were against her, the tabloid, the freaking country. But unfortunately, some people, some squaddies in the UK were not voiceful to support her. If there were, they were very minimal. Okay, so it was just them two, Harry and Meghan, fighting that evil that was going on. So Harry find the right person who was strong enough, who is strong enough to help him fight. Now look at him. He's now taking on the tabloid. He's the next one. Okay, so these two, Archie and Lily, have some very strong parents. So Harry learned from past mistakes, and the institution refused to learn and improve. That's the difference between Harry and the bunch. Harry learned and improved. Institution, repeat, hope for a different result. Does that make sense? I don't know. I went on, but again, Harry could scratch everything that I said here. Could be full on BS. It may not be, but from the outside, this is the way that I see it. All right, so let's read these and then move on. All right, bottom up. Whoever Harry married will have faced problems. It's not hard to overshadow someone who has never worked or had a career, who is bland, boring, and has no personality. Yes, they would have done that to anybody that Harry married. But that extra thing that come with Meghan is the racism. That went beyond. It went beyond because this is the thing that ruined. If you listen to video 1 of today's date that I did before that one, I spoke about what happened in 2020, racism and all of that blinded people. It got people shook up, come out, especially those who thought they had a chance with Harry, and the racism bring them out full force. Okay, so this is the thing that the institution have working for them pretty much around the globe. Anybody who wants something, they just throw the racism and have their way. But Harry was not having it. All right, and Meghan too. Okay, agree 100. I've been saying that for a while. The starting point of attack and smear Meghan is jealousy. Jealousy led them to be racist. If Meghan is worse than William and Kate, then attack and smear will be less intense. They have the need to defeat Harry and Meghan so they can be shunned. Is there? They said they were gonna leave them alone. They left. That's the thing. Harry and Meghan left. Give them the entire institution, the entire country for themselves, but they refuse to leave them. And then they chase them in New York City. Can you imagine that? I'm telling you, our prayers needs to be stronger and stronger each day for them. Okay, 100% exactly. Okay, and it's been documented that Kate didn't like either of them. She's in love with Harry, so she has ran everyone out. Okay, talking about the Chelsea and thing. Untrue, both Chelsea. Okay, I read that already. Let's go to the next tweet. I went beyond. I'm already past an hour. Oh my lord. I don't know what I'm gonna cut in this. Next tweet. There's that. This is a couple that love and like each other. I miss IG. Alright, so the squad who probably were following them on IG. There they are here. There's that, yeah. And really work together for their relationship and their children. Okay, I'm so happy for them. That's an ad. Every gesture they make, they communicate with each other. Facts all day, every day. So there's that here. So this is another, this is extra, okay? This is where Meghan connects with her fan. When the UK was trying to script her into something she was not. These are the things that people were already aware of, okay? Communicate. I'll let you listen to this, but there will be some screenshot, okay? There's that here. Meghan has not changed. She is the same as always. The only difference is she married into a strange and weird family that only values popularity and not people. Meghan is classy, smart, with brains. She said, look at my work and stop looking at my clothes. Wisdom. Okay, so let me let you listen to this, and then after that, I'll go to another one. Okay, I have a video of that already.
Yeah, it's still my baby. I wanted a place where I could share these great experiences I'm able to have and make it inspirational for people, but also a reminder that it's all attainable. You know, like I didn't grow up with this kind of lifestyle or being interviewed or having fancy things. Like that is all very new. And so to be able to show like, you want that, you could totally have that, and you are enough and you're worth it. And it's also been a great way for me to connect with people.
Okay, so this part here, when she went to the schools, okay, with the kids, they were making the sign with their arm. This is the thing that she was trying to let those kids see. Okay, it doesn't matter what social class you are in. You do the right thing, you work hard, you do what you need to do, and all of this, you could get whatever you want. I mean, she's not promising them you could marry a royal family, but you could move out of your social class that you are in. You could become something to make money, to make a living. But the institution, the way the system in the UK is, they said nope, they belong exactly where they are. They're not going anywhere. So Meghan was a bright light to these kids. They had one of many reasons she had to go. Okay, she can't be that bright light for these young ladies, these young kids. Okay, but if the kids still have their head on their shoulder, guess what, they could still follow Meghan and some of her work, go on Archwell and see what they are doing when they are doing Invictus or wherever she's doing a speech and the things that she's doing. All right, so that's that. Let's continue.
Like Emily, who's right here. I only know her through Twitter, and I knew she was coming because I saw it on social media.
Stop it, really?
Yes, and she's going on a trip soon to Costa Rica to do some aid work because she said that my UN stuff inspired her. I wrote you a letter. I brought it.
Okay, that is amazing.
Alright, so this is the thing that the UK could not erase. The tabloid. She was already connecting with her fan. This kind of thing. This is when the tabloids start saying their BS, and people like this young lady, Emily, where Meghan's connecting with, come out and said, no, that's not Meghan. You lying. Stop this nonsense. Okay, so let's continue.
Oh, this is, I got a big letter from him. Oh no.
I also have a letter from Seoul, who is Meghan Markle.
Oh yeah, in Brazil.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Mine and hers, and then
I'll talk to you right after.
Okay.
That is so cool. That's actually like
sweet.
seriously
Aw.
using your outreach for good, to connect with people.
All right, so this is another aspect as well, where Harry is saying he understands his position, his platform. He wants to highlight things, to connect with people and all of that. There's Meghan doing the same thing before Harry. Okay? And they're saying the exact same thing in different part of the world. I mean, the universe saw it and said they have to connect. All right, so that's that.
Well, you know, I feel a really big responsibility. Like if you have this kind of job and you have an opportunity to have a profile where people are listening to what you're saying, I really truly think you need to be saying something that's valuable. So yes, you can talk about like, where did Rachel get that pencil skirt? Fine, sure, we can have that conversation. But I'd also like to talk about
Women's rights.
Women's rights and like my work with UN Women or with World Vision or humanitarian trips or just really bolstering self-esteem that has nothing to do with the external.
And then she sort of gave a hint during the engagement where she said when she has her position, she takes it very seriously. It's the same thing she's saying here.
I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously.
Okay, Harry and Meghan repeat exact same thing. Okay, they know who they are and they know the position that they have and they want to share it and make it better. Okay, so that's that. Let's see some of the comment before I move on. Okay, Kate could never, let's pause so I don't get play. Kate could never, and what is tragic is that she does not or will not have to. She is protected. She can remain mute and mediocre, and it's okay because she is the wife of the future king, so there is no push or rush for her to rise because she's already there. Okay, love it. Meghan is the best. Okay, so that's an ad. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so there's me here making, what is that about? Okay, so this is the one that have I put twice. I think it wasn't video one. I remove it, put it here. Okay, so I respond to this and then I blocked it. So I have here, haha, you know you do. So let's read the haters thing here. Haha, no one believe the stupid pricks anymore. So there's me here responding to that. Haha, you know you do. That's why y'all are on all of his mention trying to discredit him. When you say no one, you are only speaking for yourself. People have eyes and ears. We can match Harry's event to any period of time to see what he was talking about. Speak for yourself only. All right, so someone like it and clap. All right, so that was that. Now let's go into this. There's 45 comments, but I don't think I'm gonna go through all of them. And this is my last one. Okay, I had put it twice. Okay, bring on Prince Harry, spare two. The royal family got no heart. They are not willing to fix up their own mess, and they are still attacking Harry and Meghan at moment. Again, Princess Anne told us, especially with Charles, okay, you know what you're getting. He's not gonna change.
And when we think about this duty, this role that the king has taken on, what kind of king do you think he'll be?
Well, you know what you're getting because he's been practicing for a bit. And I don't think he'll change. You know, he is committed to his own level of service. That will remain true.
Okay, so these are the things. The institution do not want to change. But inflicting pain onto people is what they do best. So they want people to change, submissive to them, but them, the barbaric way, remain the same. Alright, Harry left out part of spare because he was worried that his family will never forgive him, but his family is not sorry. Bring spare 2 now, please. Okay, let's see here. In January of this year, Prince Harry told the Telegraph he had enough material for 2 books. Chris Jackson, Getty Image, for Invictus Game, Dusseldorf, 2023. Okay, quote, it could have been 2 books, put it that way, Harry told the outlet at the time, and the hard bit was taking things out. There are some things that have happened, especially between me and my brother, and to some extent between me and my father, and I just don't want the world to know because I don't think they will ever forgive me. Okay, Harry also told the outlet that he had 50 Zoom calls with his ghostwriter and often struggle with what to keep and what to leave out. Okay, so that's that here. Alright, and I read, oh, I can't see that. That's a good question. Whatever was said, and I would like to know more, but I don't think Harry really spoke to a far right-wing paper like the Telegraph. The others, such as Guardian and Good papers, said the same. Ghostwriters even had complicated issues with Harry about leaving parts out and. Alright, so there's, oh, that baby looks so cute. Okay, can't wait then. There's the thumbs up. That one I'll buy and read it AGD. There's the thumbs up. Me too. Get them Harry, take them down. Charles and William really did a number on Harry. One can only imagine what the unspoken brutalities committed by Charles and William against Harry are. Yet Harry is concerned if he told the world, his abusers, his father and brother will never speak to him again. That family. He has this for his will. Totally agree. Time for spare part 2. Harry was exposing to his dad and all the royals. Those pages are his insurance policy for his wife and kids. He was letting the royal family know if any harm comes to him or his wife and kids, he will expose it. All royal family better think twice about arranging car accident for Meghan and her 2 biracial children. I mean, at this point, it might as well, like this tweet said, might as well do it. Look what happened in New York. The issue, in my opinion, is this. The royal family view everything they do and say as being just fine and dandy. They really do view themselves as being above everything and everyone else. We can't possibly be rude, racist, arrogant, patronizing, sociopathic, etc. We're royals, God anointed. There's the thing. Everybody could change, but them, nope. Okay, Tom Barrow also had enough for 2 books. Okay, there's the question. Let him bring it on. That's another book I won't be reading. It's okay. Is he short of money again? Okay, you won't read the same way they didn't read Spare One, but it went worldwide. And you know what? Just buy the books and burn them. That's all. Recollection may vary. I'd not want him around either. That's fine. Okay, but you were all in his mentions, fans page and everything, said the Sussex Squaddies. Okay, seriously, since the royal family barely, if ever, mention the overseas, how exactly are they attacking them? And will you please understand that Spare was nothing but a temper tantrum by the Sussexes? Okay, fine. But the royal rats already said who be saying things to the press. Okay, so if you don't know, that's fine. Let's black while I'm at it. I forgot. Okay, they haven't attacked him. Okay, you don't know what a pathetic bidder he is. I could never imagine betraying my family like this, but yeah, he wants his privacy. So anyone, look at the brother took money, okay, to not go after the tabloid who killed his mother, and then the same brother as well calling his mother paranoid. Okay, so these are the people who, okay, let's read the comment. There's 3 comments under it. Okay, he then asked for privacy. That was debunked long ago, and you call it betraying his family. He called it telling the world how he was treated by that family. If they don't like what he said, then they shouldn't have treated him the way they did. Simple as that. That's it. Alright, so where's the one that let's go back. Where's the one? Couple of them I need to black. What a pathetic bidder. Okay, so that one black. Alright, so that's it. Let's do a prayer. This is the prayer for the first one. Prayer for protection. Let's do that. Protection. Okay. Jesus, my Lord, I place my life in your hands. You are always faithful to rescue and protect me from evil people who want to harm my loved ones or me. Put us in the right places at the right time to avoid harm. Guard my life, O Lord, from the works of the evil ones. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. There's video part 1. Okay, go check it out. And there's another video, a short video that I'll put later on regarding the Middle East. There's it's not that graphic. It depends how you see it, just to show you what's going on in there. Okay, so that is it.